all of your forwarding and freight shipping needs. We at Trin Forwarding International are committed to product delivery. At Trin Forwarding, we have the much needed experience, professionalism, and due diligence in freight forwarding, shipping, and cargoes. We deliver with timeliness and precision. You can reach out to us at our Caribbean office in Trinidad and Tobago, telephone number 868-624-6250, or our Florida USA office at 305-887-9724.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Global Issues on Alhikmat TV 24/7 online. We are very fortunate and delighted to have with us on today's show a very, very prominent international personality. He is no less a person than Mr. Ahmed Abdul Ghani. Welcome to the show, brother.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and thank you very much for having me today.
It's really a pleasure to have you on this program, and for viewers there, you are in for a treat. A very, very experienced person here with his background. He represents the Malaysian government. He is the Director/Trade Commissioner for Malaysia External Trade Development Corporation. He is presently based in Miami on behalf of the government of Malaysia. So he's what we call a Malaysian government official. He has a bachelor degree and he's an expert when it comes to international trade.
Alhikmat Services Florida USA invites you to join our tour from Miami to Turkey to Medina and Mecca, plus Umrah Ramadan, which is equivalent to the blessings of Hajj. It will be from February 28th, 2024 to March 13th, 2024, led by Shaikh Shafayat. Cost per person is double $37.50, triple $36.50, and quad $35.50. There will be 4 nights in Turkey, 5 nights in Medina, and 4 nights in Mecca. Cost of visas not included. What is included is airfare, hotels, and transportation, along with breakfast and visa processing plus tours. We will be visiting historic sites of Artul and Osman plus the Ottoman Empire and visiting the Blue Mosque, Hagia Sophia, Topkapi Palace, and many more sacred sites. For more information, please contact Alhikmat office at 1-800-804-0267 or 954-986-0158. You can also email at alhikmat@alhikmat.com. Alhamdulillah, for free copies of the Holy Quran, contact Alhikmat Caribbean office at 1-868-325-8276. You can also follow us on Alhikmat TV, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, etc. For more information, you can also contact Alhikmat's Florida USA office. You can visit our website at www.alhikmat.com or call us at 1-800-804-0267 or 954-986-0158.
Allah, ya Allah, ya Allah, His throne extends over the heaven.
It's savings and big discounts when you shop at Fens nationwide. Upgrade your home or treat yourself to something special. Enjoy store-wide savings on furniture, appliances, electronics, bedroom, and so much more when you shop at Fens of Marbella, Chagonas, Pinal, and Piaco. Visit us in store for more information or call 650-FENS, that's 650-3367, or check us out on Facebook, Fens of Trinidad and Tobago, serving generations.
Welcome back to the show, brother, Mr. Ahmed Shanizam. So how do you think I should address you for the show?
Just call me Ahmed, easy name.
Good. So you're known as Mr. Ahmed. So, okay, so, tell us a little bit because of the fact, and I always remind our guests, because of the fact that we have viewers worldwide, all over the world, who look at this on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, etc. So they are all interested in knowing a little bit of your background. So we know you're from Malaysia, but tell us a little bit about your upbringing and how you got into working with the government of Malaysia and how you ended up here in Miami, or what other countries you were based in, before we get into the real trade business that you are working on here.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Ahmad Shanizam Abdul Ghani. I was born in one of the states in Malaysia called Kelantan. It is the East Coast state, and I grew up there. I had my university education in another state, in Kedah. And in 2003, upon graduating from my degree for my university, I've joined this agency called MATRADE, Malaysia External Trade Development Corporation, which it is an agency under the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry of Malaysia, which the primary role is to promote Malaysia's export to the world. When I was in my university days, my intention or I always like to be involved in business. The degree that I took was Bachelor of Business Administration, majoring in international business. So that's why I end up here, because it is my passion to involve in the international business. Even though I'm not a businessman, but involving in business is something that I am fascinated to do. That's a little bit about.
Well, that is interesting. That is a very interesting profession, career, and of course, to have the love and the interest to get into that field is really, really remarkable. And how did you end up here in Miami?
Okay, how do I end up here? To be a trade commissioner, we have a very, what's so-called a stringent assessment. They will look into the attribute, the personality, the knowledge, in order to identify the right person to be sent abroad. For your information, Imam, this is my third posting. Posting meaning that my relocation or overseas assignment. I had my first posting to Vietnam in 2010 until 2014. And after that, I was posted to Canada from 2015 until 2014. And actually, I am scheduled supposedly to come to Miami in 2019.
Right.
The posting order has already been issued. But the thing is, I have my own personal problem. And after that, there was COVID. So because of that, the delay of my posting to Miami. So once everything is over, so here I am today.
Tell me something. What countries do you cover as you are based here in Miami? Being based in Miami, what is the area?
Very good question, Imam. MATRADE, my organization, they have 3 offices in the U.S., in New York, in LA, and in Miami. The role of the office in Miami is to cover for 2 states in the U.S., namely Georgia and Florida, while the rest is the Caribbean countries, the Colombia, Bahamas, Bermuda, Antigua, Dominican Republic, and so on and so forth, including Trinidad and Tobago.
Interesting. So have you been to Trinidad and Tobago?
I've yet to be there, but I'm looking forward to be there.
No problem. Let us know.
Currently, I'm looking for those who are from Trinidad and Tobago to understand about the country before I step my foot there.
Excellent. So that brings me to the next question. What products and what items are you all exporting to these countries, or are you marketing or promoting as the to get the right title as the Trade Commissioner for the government of Malaysia? What products are you marketing or trading with these countries?
Okay. since before that, let me share with you the top export from Malaysia, according to the sector, is number one. It is electrical and electronic. Electrical and electronic, these are the component of the semi-finished products, and there are also finished products, but mainly due to the investment made by the multinational corporation in Malaysia. For example, Dyson from the UK. They had their manufacturing plant in Malaysia. So when it exported from Malaysia, since 60% of the contribution of the finished product is from Malaysia, so they qualify to get what we call certificate of origin. That's number one. Number two, the top export from Malaysia is the palm oil. As you may know, palm oil is the ingredient that can be used in many things.
What is that? What is that? I didn't get it.
Palm oil. It is a sort
Palm
of vegetable.
oil. Okay.
Palm oil. It is a crop that is originating from West Africa, but it was brought into Malaysia during 1980s by the British, and suddenly it grew very well and very good, and it yield very good crop in Malaysia. So it's becoming Malaysia number 2 export currently. Of course, we are number 2 behind Indonesia, but that is not a worrying factor, because even Indonesia is the number 1. The companies that invested in Indonesia, they are the companies originating from Malaysia. That's number 2. Number 3 is the oil and gas, because we have plenty of sources that can be exported there, and so on and so forth. That is the top 3 from Malaysia. Whereas for United States, the products are varies. There are electrical and electronics, there are furniture, there are also gloves. As you may know, we are the main producer and exporter of gloves. We are the number 1 exporter of gloves in the world.
Wow.
So that are the product sectors from Malaysia.
I must say your background is beautiful. Could you share your background photo with our viewers worldwide? That might import people to Malaysia. It looks so beautiful. It looks so beautiful. Tell us what is the background?
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, the background is our office headquarters in Kuala Lumpur. Next to it, if you can see the big building there,
Yeah.
this shape.
Yes.
Behind it is a convention center. It is belongs to Madrid, and that is where we organize all the major international trade fairs and our flagship MIHAS, Malaysia International Halal Showcase. That is the place where we organize our trade fairs in Malaysia.
Well, that is so beautiful. I gotta go there when you're having your next international trade in Kuala Lumpur. Please let me know. I have to be part of that massive convention center, inshallah.
Inshallah, I pray for you to be there, Imam. Thank you.
So tell me on another note. So you talk about what you guys export from Malaysia to these countries worldwide. Do you import? Do you also, because we're talking about trade, and trade is a give and take and an exchange. So what do you encourage to be imported to Malaysia, if you do?
That is a very, very good questions.
Thank you,
These are
thank
the
you.
questions whenever we have bilateral engagement with foreign country. They will ask, Madrid, you just talk about, do you want to export to our country?
Right.
But what are things from our country need to be penetrated, because we have to create trade balance. Of course, another country will not be happy if they just buy from Malaysia without Malaysia buying from them.
Right. I like that.
That's why I said the question was very good, meaning that you're also very knowledgeable, Imam. Okay, it's a very good question. What do we import are those essential items that cannot be found in our country. For example, currently we have shifted from, normally we are agrarian country. We used to plant paddy, rice, but nowadays we import this from other countries. Okay, and also we import all the raw materials, because we have the industrial in our country. we require all the materials from other country to manufacture in Malaysia and to be exported. So
when
one
you say
country
raw
cannot
materials,
spend-
what raw materials are we talking about?
Okay, we import irons, we import textile, we import foods, food meaning that we even import meats from Australia, from New Zealand. Recently we import eggs from India.
So where do you get your rice from? Which countries do you import
We
rice?
import rice from our neighbor Vietnam and Thailand. These are, and also Cambodia. These are the two countries that is a very long-standing relation with Malaysia.
Interesting. And it's only obvious that it's cheaper to import from those countries that are closer. So it's
Exactly.
better you do that, yeah?
Besides that, we have what we call free trade agreement, meaning that anything imported within ASEAN, Asian, Southeast Asian nation, there will be tariff eliminated. There will no charge to be imposed upon all the imports.
Okay. What about health products? What about medical products? Are you in that trade? Export, import, etc.?
Okay, for the health product, we do have some big companies that establish their manufacturing in Malaysia, because taking into consideration that it is much cheaper to enjoy the
Excuse me.
once they establish their factory in Malaysia, there will be no tax imposed for the imports.
Oh,
Meaning, the reason why it is a common activity why MNC establish their factories in Malaysia, one, they're going to enjoy the tax exemption, and also to outreach to the consumer. So usually for the healthcare product, they have their production in Malaysia. Usually all these healthcare product will be based their manufacturing in Penang, the northern state of Malaysia.
Okay. So you more or less very self-sufficient when it comes to medical and health products.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, that has been very interesting, and we have been talking for almost 15 minutes now. So we got to go on a short break. But when we come back, we want to touch base on some more details on some of these South American countries that you intend to visit and expand your trade on behalf of the Malaysian government. So when we come back, we want to talk a little more on that. So those viewers from these countries who are looking at this show can expect you, the very honorable Mr. Ahmed Shanizam Abdul Ghani. It will be a pleasure. These people will be most delighted and excited to have you there, because I know people in America, South America, look forward to trade with Malaysia. I hear that all the time. Malaysia is one of those countries that come up because you guys are very, very technological. You are very class in your professionalism. I've been there to Malaysia twice, alhamdulillah, and I must say your roads, your country, your infrastructure is phenomenal. So people from the West are really amazed when they visit Malaysia, and they're also very excited to do business with Malaysia because they find a different level of professionalism. And I have met a couple of businessmen and business people who do speak very highly about their trade and their business with Malaysia. And hence, when we get into the next segment after the short break, we want to talk a little bit of these countries. So these people hearing you might be very excited. They may contact us, they may contact you to come visit them down there in South America. So to our viewers out there, stay tuned. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation with Mr. Ahmed Abdul Ghani, who works for the Malaysian government. He's a trade commissioner on behalf of the Malaysian government. We can learn a lot from him, and people can benefit a lot from him, his experience, and the services Malaysia has to offer, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. Allah gives hikmat, wisdom, to whomsoever He wills. And whomsoever is given wisdom is certainly given a lot of good. Only the people of understanding will benefit from the reminder. Tune in to Alhikmat TV for khutbahs, lectures, and Islamic reminders. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
In the Quran, in chapter 5, verse 67, Allah tells the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Ya ayyuhar Rasul, balligh ma unzila ilayka min rabbik, wa illam taf'al, fama balagta risalatahu. Very deep. Allah tells the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to spread the message of the Quran. And he told the Prophet, and if you do not spread the message, you did not fulfill the mission of the messenger. So you and I are followers of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If we can afford one Quran, help us join in distributing the Quran. So if you can't afford one Quran, do it. $3. 10 Quran, $30. 100 Quran, $300.
Dawah and Interfaith Institute presents for the first time in U.S.A. Dawah and Interfaith training with education in world religions from religious professors and spiritual leaders of different faiths. This is a 6-month weekend course designed for brothers and sisters local, national, and international who are seeking to learn the importance of Dawah and better understanding of faith and cultures. For more information, please contact 1-800-804-0267 or 954-986-0158. You can also contact via email at alhikmat@alhikmat.com or visit our website www.alhikmat.com. Alhikmat Services Florida USA invites you to join our tour from Miami to Turkey to Medina and Mecca, plus Ramadan, which is equivalent to the blessings of Hajj. It will be from February 28th, 2024 to March 13th, 2024, led by Shaikh Shafayat. Cost per person is double $37.50, triple $36.50, and quad $35.50. There will be 4 nights in Turkey, 5 nights in Medina, and 4 nights in Mecca. Cost of visa is not included. What is included is airfare, hotels, and transportation, along with breakfast and visa processing plus tours. We will be visiting historic sites of Artul and Osman plus the Ottoman Empire and visiting the Blue Mosque, Hagia Sophia, Topkapi Palace, and many more sacred sites. For more information, please contact Alhikmat office at 1-800-804-0267 or 954-986-0158. You can also email at alhikmat@alhikmat.com. Alhamdulillah, for free copies of the Holy Quran, contact Alhikmat Caribbean office at 1-868-325-8276. You can also follow us on Alhikmat TV, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, etc. For more information, you can also contact Alhikmat's Florida USA office. You can visit our website at www.alhikmat.com or call us at 1-800-804-0267 or 954-986-0158.
Allah, ya Allah, ya Allah, His throne extends over the heavens.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Global Issues on Alhikmat TV 24/7 online. Once more, it is a pleasure, it's an honor. We are very delighted and happy to have with us on today's show Mr. Ahmed Shanizam Abdul Ghani, who is the Trade Commissioner on behalf of the government of Malaysia. So, welcome back to the show, Brother Ahmed.
Thank you very much.
Blessing to have you. And I'm learning so much, I'm benefiting so much by talking to you. And as I said before, Malaysia is a well-known country throughout the world when it comes to trade and your production and what you export, etc., to other countries worldwide. So before we went on the break, we were talking about some of the countries that you plan to go to, and tell us a little bit on some of the things. I mean, I know that you will have to do some more research on these countries to see what they need, but some of the countries that you have in mind in around here in America, Miami, etc., South America, because I suppose you got your branch in, you said one branch, one office is in California, right?
Yes, you're right.
And then one is here. And where is the next one?
In New York.
New York. So you're covering that side of America. So I'm sure the Malaysian government having you based here in Miami definitely means that you got to concentrate on this whole Georgia area, the southern region of America, plus South America and the Caribbean. So what are some of these countries you are planning to go to and make your connections and trade?
Okay, the way how we approach all the businesses in the Caribbean, if I must say,
Yeah.
we connect them through the business chambers. That would be our first starting point into any country. In fact, in certain countries, we do have our what we call our honorary trade council. For example, in Colombia, we do have someone that will provide us all the information pertaining to the market, pertaining to the main player in the country. As you mentioned just now, this country is varies. There are plenty of countries, but being an office based in Miami, covering for all this country, we rely heavily on our networking that currently available in the country. For example, besides the Trade Honorary Council, we also rely on our embassy that present in certain country. For example, in this case, we do have embassy of Malaysia in Cuba, as well as in Peru. So these are the networking that we created in order to supply us with the information pertaining to the market. And from there, we will channel back to Malaysia. For example, I give you a very simple, clear, for example, we're going to organize this, what we call Malaysia International Halal Showcase, come this 12th to 15th of September next month. Our office managed to secure 7 or 8 buyers from this region that will go to Malaysia to source for the product from Malaysia. How do we do that? If we base in Miami, but we managed to get all the buyers from that. It is through the business connection, through the chambers, because the number one that we need to do is to make ourselves be heard. How to make ourselves be heard? We create connection with all the Malaysian organization, with the business chambers, with the authority. For example, they might have business chambers representing furniture. So we do not compete with them. We just offer them what can we complement them. If this is the what you can find from another country, and this is what we can offer from our country, we are just giving them an option. So option always good for a buyer. At the end of the day, the buyer will decide which of the products that of the interest of the consumer in the country.
Tell me,
our role.
Tell me a little more about this halal trade or a convention or conference that you're planning. Where and when?
Okay, that's a very good question. We're gonna have our this is our we are organizing one event called Malaysia International Halal Showcase 2023.
Okay.
It is a yearly event. It started way back 19 years ago. Okay, so the idea of having this event is to have everything pertaining to food, pertaining to financial, logistic under one roof. Everything is about halal. Okay.
Okay.
It is the largest halal trade show in Southeast Asia and one of the largest in the world. So far, from the record, it attracts over 2,000 exhibitors from over 50 countries and 50,000 visitors from all around the world. The event covers the entire halal value chain from food, beverages to cosmetic, personal health care, pharmaceutical, medical devices. It features a wide range of halal-related services such as halal certification, halal financing, and even halal tourism.
Subhanallah, I love that. Halal tourism. We're going to have to get
Halal
to
tourism.
we're going to get to that. But tell me, where is this going to take place?
It will be held at MyTech Malaysia International Trade Exhibition Centre, the building next to Madrid HQ in Kuala Lumpur.
Okay,
That's
so
where
it
the
will
event will be
be
held.
it will be there in the Malaysian Exhibition Center.
If you see the background behind my back,
Yes.
the building, not the tall one, the shorter one,
Yeah.
that's where the event will be held.
Okay, so we got that. And the reason why I'm asking you because perhaps some people ask me from now until then, and you said it's going to be next month. It's going to be in September 2023. Am I correct?
Yes, definitely.
What days?
12th to 15th of September.
Oh, interesting. That is interesting. That is really, really phenomenal. I wish I could have made that this year, but that's going to be a great success because the whole Muslim world, I know people who do import certain halal food items from your country here in South America. And they talk highly about that. So tell us again, what is halal tourism?
Halal tourism, it is a chain where, for example, a hotel
Yeah.
where is segregated between men and women,
Oh, interesting.
and they have a specific area for family. Of course, there is no the gharar, the haram items in the hotel. Everything is halal.
Wow.
That's what we call halal tourism.
So you promote that kind of facilities and environment where you have the separation of women and men, and you got areas for families. That is interesting. Really interesting. I didn't know that.
An area only specifically for ladies where no other men that's the mahram other men can join. So it will give the ladies peace of mind.
Wow. No, I mean, I'm amazed. You guys went the full 9 yards with this halal, this halal tourism thing. I'm amazed. And I'm sure our viewers worldwide will be very much fascinated to hear that because, that's something you don't really see in the West. You don't really see that in the West. So to have you promote that, I mean, I think that's
the
really...
reason, Imam. We receive a lot of visitors from the Middle East because of that. As you may aware, the culture in the Middle East, from Saudi, from Dubai. So during the month of June, when it's summer, they will go to Malaysia because of that services or halal tourism.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of people in the Far East, in the Middle East, and in the East, the Middle East, and the Far East, they really look up to Malaysia as a country that they can, benefit a lot from an Islamic perspective, as well as from a technological perspective, and as well as from a modern perspective, because you guys got it there. You got a combination of everything put together. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
You got some of the most beautiful masajid in the world. Wow, really phenomenal. Your mosques.
Alhamdulillah. I hope we can have one also in Miami, inshallah.
Yes, and Miami will attract a lot of people because of the fact that the weather here is so unique in Florida. People from all over the world. You got the entire South America, the Caribbean, North America, who can come and participate in a showcase or whatever exhibition that you plan to have here at a convention center. We have the weather and the environment for that. And that will be really, really unique. You are based in the most unique settings in America. You're better off than the guys in California and in New York, I must say. And we are very
No,
fortunate to know
I
you
can
and
feel
meet you
at,
here.
I can feel at home here in Miami because the weather are the same.
You
It's
see
the
the
same
point
as
now?
what we have in Malaysia.
Yeah, Miami is a place that does not have really any extreme when it comes to weather. You know, it does not. It does not. It is very balanced and very moderate. Yeah, we may have a little bit of rain and hurricane now and then, but all over America is facing that, and all over the world face that thunderstorm and rain and weather, etc. So you're blessed to be here. So tell us. I know we still didn't get in that the halal. That halal showcase, that international halal showcase, it's such an interesting thing that I sort of cut off into that area. But tell us before we go on the break again, what are some of the products? I know you told me that the embassies, they will tell you what they need in the countries, okay, in South America. But like, what are some of the things off your head that you have, some of the products that you know that you intend to probably promote in South America to some of these
Okay.
islands?
Okay. Because once in a while, we're going to coordinate what we call trade promotional visits. This trade promotional visit is a visit that we launch. We go to the country and we meet all the chambers. And when we are there, we will make ourselves be heard. We will bring together our directory, our brochures, our contact, and we will disseminate all the information to the business chamber over there. And whenever the business or those who would like to import from Malaysia approach all the business chamber, they will get our contact, and usually they will call us or email us requesting about more information. We'll provide the information, and if they're satisfied, we're going to arrange what we call e-bizmatch. It is an online meeting between those importers in those countries and the Malaysian exporters. So that is another method how we approach the importers in the country. Besides utilizing our trade honorary consul, our embassy, business chambers, we ourselves launch what we call trade promotion visit to this country.
Okay. Wonderful. That is interesting. On another note, as we were talking about halal, tell us a little bit what impact has the Malaysian government or your department? What have you contributed towards the halal industry here in America?
Okay, thank you. That's a very good question. For your information, in Malaysia, we have one authority that we call JAKIM. JAKIM, it is the authority that issuing their halal certification. For your information, Imam, our standard for halal is quite stringent. I give you a situation. There is a case where the abattoir in Australia, certain other countries certify that as halal, the way they slaughter the animal there. But when JAKIM officer inspected that, we do not issue them the halal certification because we have a little bit doubt. Just to show that how stringent our certification is. For that matter, other halal certifiers across the world are looking forward to have a collaboration with JAKIM due to the fact that because of the stringiness, they would like to create what we call mutual recognition agreement. I give you a situation. When I was in Canada, the Halal Association there would like to have MRA with JAKIM because it seems that if the halal certification in Canada being recognized by JAKIM from Malaysia, it's truly show that the process of the slaughtering is being approved by JAKIM. So it will be much easier for Canadian exports of halal to export their product because JAKIM Malaysia already give their blessing of the process.
Wow.
So that is the impact of halal from Malaysia. if I can share with you.
That is great authenticity, as we would call that. When they have when they are being authorized by your halal department. And could you spell that for me, for viewers worldwide, to get a proper pronunciation of that name so they can search it online?
Okay.
What
The
do you-
word is the word is jabatan. I can write it on. Can I write it on this?
No, just spell it. Our viewers, I'll repeat it.
Okay. JAKIM Malaysia.
JAKIM Malaysia. And let's get the breakdown. What's the breakdown of that? That's just the
J?
name of it? J stands for anything?
It is a jabatan department.
Okay. So it's
It's in
JAKIM
Malay word.
Malaysia.
Just Google JAKIM Malaysia. It is the authority that governs halal certification in Malaysia.
That is phenomenal. So, now our viewers worldwide hearing that, they can go Google that and check it out and communicate with your JAKIM department, and where they can connect so they can get authorized wherever they are in the world, or connect with you and get some kind of authenticity from your halal department, if I want to put it like that, which can give them more authority in their distribution of halal products. Okay, wonderful. So, Brother Ahmed, again, it's a pleasure talking to you. It's a blessing to have you with us on this show here, Global Issues on Alhikmat TV, that is 24/7 online. So we gotta go on a short break. When we come back, we would like to maybe ask you to explore, let us know some of those areas that are untapped. What opportunities are there that are untapped in your trade business for Malaysia in the West? What is your vision? What you hope to explore? What you hope to accomplish more as you are based here in Miami, the United States of America. So to our viewers out there, stay tuned. When we come back, we will continue this conversation with Brother Ahmed Abdul Ghani, who is the Trade Commissioner for the government of Malaysia. Very wonderful person, interesting conversation, and I'm sure the world will benefit from what Malaysia has to offer and with his experience, etc., inshallah.
Alhikmat Services Florida USA invites you to join our tour from Miami to Turkey to Medina and Mecca, plus Ramadan, which is equivalent to the blessings of Hajj. It will be from February 28th, 2024 to March 13th, 2024, led by Shaikh Shafayat. Cost per person is double $37.50, triple $36.50, and quad $35.50. There will be 4 nights in Turkey, 5 nights in Medina, and 4 nights in Mecca. Cost of visas not included. What is included is airfare, hotels, and transportation, along with breakfast and visa processing plus tours. We will be visiting historic sites of Artul and Osman plus the Ottoman Empire, and visiting the Blue Mosque, Hagia Sophia, Topkapi Palace, and many more sacred sites. For more information, please contact Alhikmat office at 1-800-804-0267 or 954-986-0158. You can also email at alhikmat@alhikmat.com.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Global Issues on Alhikmat TV 24/7 online. Once more, it is indeed an honor and a privilege to have with us on today's program Mr. Ahmed Abdul Ghani, who is the Trade Commissioner for the government of Malaysia. And he's based here in the United States, Miami, Florida. And it's really an opportunity and a blessing for us to be able to talk to him today so he can share with us his experience and the whole trade business between Malaysia and the entire world, especially here in America and South America. So welcome back to the show, Mr. Ahmed.
Thank you very much.
Blessing to have you. Really, really, it is a blessing, and I mean that. I'm not flattering you because I know this is what we all. The world is all about, exchange and trade and business, in addition to the spiritual aspect of life. And Malaysia is well known for their trade and their products and their production and connection with the rest of the world. So tell us, as we are in the final segment of the program, what are some of the areas, what are some of your dreams to accomplish here in connecting whatever you have to connect to the rest of the world, to the rest of America, Miami, South America, this whole region that you are in charge of? What are some of those opportunities that you hope to explore?
Thank you very much for the question, Imam. Well, I have few in my basket currently, the sector that I would like to explore in. The untapped opportunity, particularly in the sectors such as technology, renewable energy, sustainability, healthcare. We know that this area, US, is very good. So we also want to learn and to get from here into Malaysia. So these are the untapped opportunity that we're looking to learn further from this area.
Okay. So that, and then I suppose that will create a whole different bond between Malaysia and America and this part of the world. What else do you like to share with our viewers? Because, I've been asking you all these different things. From your perspective, what else you would like to share with our viewers who are worldwide?
Okay. My key priorities to the viewers is to create awareness of the benefit of bilateral trade, strengthening our business network, as well as exploring new avenues for collaboration. Additionally, we plan to organize more targeted trade events and initiatives to foster lasting partnership between Malaysia and the rest of the world.
Excellent. That's your that's your dream. I know that's your dream. But tell us, when do you plan? Let's get a little more practical and realistic here now. When do you plan in going down to some of these countries in the Caribbean? What's on your agenda? What's on your plate, as we would say? What are some of the countries that you have in your mind that you will have to do in the very near future, and when are you thinking? Just so that the viewers who are listening, maybe, Trinidad, Guyana, Suriname, Cuba, Peru, what are we talking? Which are some of the first countries on your travel agenda?
The first country that I intend to visit is number 1, Trinidad and Tobago. That's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the rest of the country. But I have to divide my time and as well as the resources.
Now you said that you all have you got an embassy in Peru, right?
Peru and Cuba. And Venezuela.
And
Peru, Cuba, and Venezuela.
So that is interesting. Venezuela. So you have so we have a lot of Malaysians who go to these countries.
The reason why Malaysian government established the embassy is to take care of the Malaysian in the country. So meaning that there are Malaysian in this country, or maybe one embassy will cover for a few countries. But surely there are more Malaysian in Peru, Cuba. I do believe we have some students that currently are studying medicine in Cuba, and also in the oil and gas industry in Venezuela. So that's why we make our presence, our embassies, our official government representative in these countries.
Yeah, because... Yeah, go ahead.
While for trade, we have it in Miami.
I am amazed. That's why I thought I have to ask you that. Very interesting. So, what do most of these Malaysians do in Cuba and Peru and Venezuela? What are they occupied? Okay, you have some students, but what business are they in? What profession are they in? What goes on? Definitely, it's not just tourism. It's not like they are just visiting Cuba or Venezuela or Peru as a tourist. What business or what are they doing in this part of the world?
Okay, you'll be surprised. Many of Malaysian graduate in the services. For Peru, we do have all the people with the technical skills, repairing aeroplanes in the sector that requires all the technical skills to be available in Venezuela, whether they work for Malaysian companies or they work for multinational companies in the country. So the purpose of the embassy is to take care of the situation of Malaysian in that particular country. So that's why whenever there's a untoward incident like the Arab Spring, so our embassy in Egypt roles is to take care of the safety of the Malaysian. Same goes to all the embassies in Peru, Cuba, Venezuela. We do have Malaysian who currently work there. It's either Malaysian company make their presence or investment into the country, or the Malaysian who works in the country.
Right. Yeah. So I mean that makes sense. Definitely, the embassy will be there to offer those services to the Malaysian people. But that's why I was sort of curious in what occupation and what profession and what career that Malaysians were into here in Peru and Cuba. So you were saying more or less they're skilled people. They're skilled people in the technological world. So that's basically the area that they offer services in Peru and Dominica and Venezuela, Cuba and Peru. So they're more in the technical, engineering, electrical areas. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, oil and gas, maintenance, repair and overhaul, repairing all the aerospace. So these are the areas, because we do have institution where Malaysian expertise been sought after to repair all the helicopters, all the aeroplanes, for the repair, maintenance and overhaul.
Excellent.
They are well sought after.
So before we go on a last note or so in America, what would you say most Malaysian who are here living in the United States of America, what profession or career would you say they are involved in? The same thing?
It's a very good question. Just to share with you, some of my seniors, my bosses, when they posted to the US with their family, eventually the son or the daughters didn't follow them back to Malaysia. They stay in the US, in New York, in LA. They work as a lawyer. They work as an engineer. Meaning, and most of the Malaysian here, they will be scattered, especially in the oil and gas in Texas. I do have some of the friends based in Houston, Texas. They are in the California, in the IT and ICT sectors. So these are the sectors that attract Malaysian. One of my colleagues currently working for Apple as a translator for Malay language for Apple.
Wow.
That's my personal project.
So bottom line, the majority, illa mashallah, the majority are attracted to the technological area. That is interesting, the engineering area, etc. Well, wonderful. It was a pleasure talking to you. It was really an honor, I would say, talking to you, Mr. Ahmed Shanizam Abdul Ghani. Tell us, we are about to conclude this program. What would you like to say in a couple of seconds before we conclude?
Before we conclude, I would like to say thank you for Imam from Alhikmat Islamic Network for having not only me, but our organization to be present here, to be given an opportunity to explain the purpose of our office, the purpose of what we want to achieve here, and lastly, the most important, whenever you would like to import or buy anything, please remember Malaysia. Thank you very much.
Definitely. And to us, Mr. Ahmed, it has really, really been a pleasure. I want to repeat that again to have you with us. To me, this is a connection and a major connection to the world, and I feel blessed to have the opportunity to share with the rest of the world through Alhikmat TV on this show, Global Issues, to let people all over the world know what you're doing, what Malaysia government is doing, and your whole trade, business and operation, all the services you have to offer. It has really been a pleasure to have you with us to discuss all this. You did a phenomenal job. You were ideal. Now I see why they made you the trade commissioner on behalf of the government of Malaysia, because you're an expert. You are an expert with 20 plus years of experience in this area, right?
Yeah, inshallah.
MashaAllah. So Allah bless you very much. May Allah continue to guide you, protect you, and guide us all, and give us all the good in this world, the good in the hereafter. And I hope that you will be back on the show in the future for some other aspect or some other event or convention that you plan to do on in this side of the world. We will be blessed to have you on the show again to talk about it. All right. So to our viewers out there, once more, thank you very much for viewing. It's always a pleasure to have you, and always stay tuned to Alhikmat TV 24/7 online, and I'm sure that you learned a great deal from Mr. Ahmed Shanizam Abdul Ghani, who is the Trade Commissioner on behalf of the government of Malaysia, based here in Miami, Florida, United States of America. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Get everything you need at Fens Agri Center and Hardware Superstore, located at 243 Southern Main Road, Marabella. We carry a wide selection of hardware and agri products. Visit us in-store or call 650-3367.
Alhikmat Services Florida USA invites you to join our tour from Miami to Turkey to Medina and Mecca, plus Ramadan, which is equivalent to the blessings of Hajj. It will be from February 28th, 2024 to March 13th, 2024, led by Shaikh Shafayat. Cost per person is double $37.50, triple $36.50, and quad $35.50. There will be 4 nights in Turkey, 5 nights in Medina, and 4 nights in Mecca. Cost of visas not included. What is included is airfare, hotels, and transportation, along with breakfast and visa processing plus tours. We will be visiting historic sites of Artul and Osman plus the Ottoman Empire, and visiting the Blue Mosque, Hagia Sophia, Topkapi Palace, and many more sacred sites. For more information, please contact Alhikmat office at 1-800-804-0267 or 954-986-0158. You can also email at alhikmat@alhikmat.com. Casa Nouveau Investments in Guyana. Sharia Bacchus, CEO of Casa Nouveau Investments. Brokering of sales and rentals, commercial properties, industrial properties, residential properties, and land. Property management, property development, interior design, and real estate investment consultancy. For more information, please call at 954-326-9537 or 592-643-5948. You can also email at shariabacchus3@gmail.com. Dawah and Interfaith Institute presents for the first time in U.S.A. Dawah and Interfaith training with education in world religions from religious professors and spiritual leaders of different faiths. This is a 6-month weekend course designed for brothers and sisters local, national, and international who are seeking to learn the importance of Dawah and better understanding of faith and cultures. For more information, please contact 1-800-804-0267 or 954-986-0158. You can also contact via email at alhikmat@alhikmat.com or visit our website www.alhikmat.com. Linda M. Kaplan, PA, an immigration law firm. Over 40 years of legal services in immigration and naturalization matters. Contact her at 305-670-7665. Once again, 305-670-7665, or email her at lk@lindakaplan.com. alhikmat.com or visit her website lindakaplan.com. You can also contact for more details the Alhikmat office at 954-986-0158 or 1-800-804-0267. You can also reach out to them via email at alhikmat@alhikmat.com, the website www.alhikmat.com, and visit the Alhikmat TV www.alhikmattv.com. Alhamdulillah, for free copies of the Holy Quran, contact Al-Hikmat Caribbean office at 1-868-325-8276. You can also follow us on Al-Hikmat TV, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, etc. For more information, you can also contact Al-Hikmat's Florida USA office. You can visit our website at www.alhikmat.com or call us at 1-800-804-0267 or 954-986-0158.
Allah, ya Allah, ya Allah, His throne extends over